faveur immérité ngayo nakutana nango écarté par tous ngande asenga mona ya yeso kita bokondela ndanga na zamba bisika moto alukanga te si alukanga te never leave me alone he never leave me alone. From today you be the one I go dance for my lord. Bitumbananga longa bikumbananga ya mama bitumbananga longa bikumbananga ya mama alongola ngazanye na alongola ngazanye si ndoto tenga azona luka kinasalela ye na mitalinga na bangi pona monimbole.
Surnaturel, oh, surnaturel. Jésus tape jamais poteau. Avec lui c'est assuré jusqu'à gogo. Toi qui as tout essayé mais sorti zéro, il est capable de te sortir du ghetto. Mon Jésus tape jamais poteau. Avec lui c'est assuré jusqu'à gogo. Toi qui as tout essayé mais sorti zéro, il est capable de te sortir du ghetto. Dans ta vie à Jésus, oh, mon héros qui siège là-haut. Il est mon soutien quand on me tourne le dos. Oh, oh, oh. Il est celui qui relève ceux qui sont KO. De zéro, il fait des héros. Dans ta vie à Jésus, oh, mon héros qui siège là-haut. Il est mon soutien quand on me tourne le dos. Oh, oh, oh. Il est celui qui relève ceux qui sont KO. De zéro, il fait des héros. Le Dieu de qui je parle est surnaturel.
Il est surnaturel.
Surnaturel. Surnaturel.
Surnaturel.
Jésus tape jamais poteau.
Il est surnaturel.
Oh,
Surnaturel. Surnaturel.
il est surnaturel.
Il est surnaturel.
Jésus, oh, Seigneur, oh,
Surnaturel.
ah,
Il est surnaturel. Surnaturel. Surnaturel.
Il a ouvert les cieux pour faire descendre la manne. L'eau est sortie du rocher. Il fait passer de la mort à la vie. Opère des signes, des prodiges. Il marche sur les eaux, guérit les malades, fait descendre le feu du ciel. Il tape jamais poteau. Il est surnaturel. 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 Oh, oh, oh.
Il est surnaturel.
Jésus, oh, oh.
Surnaturel.
Seigneur, oh, oh.
Surnaturel.
Tu es surnaturel.
Il est surnaturel.
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 Ah, il est surnaturel.
Il est surnaturel.
Mon Dieu, oh.
Surnaturel.
Seigneur, oh, oh.
Surnaturel.
Il est mon soutien quand on me tourne le dos.
Il est
evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. You are welcome to Honest and Raw. We are back today to talk about a very nice topic. Today we are talking about wellness and the impact of nutrition. So today we have a wonderful guest all the way from US, from Washington, if I'm not sorry,
From Australia.
for Australia. Yes, sorry. So because of the time difference, that's why today Honest and Raw is happening late. So I will introduce her and she will introduce her so that everybody knows who she is. You are welcome, Celine.
Hello and bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
And I am dialing in from Seattle, Washington.
Exactly. So I was right.
One of the most beautiful places in America during the winter. We have some rainy days during the summer. It's beautiful. During
Yeah.
the winter, not so much. But hello and bonjour. Some beautiful Seattle, Washington.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, first, thank you so much for accepting our invitation at Honest and Raw. And thank you for your time because, yeah, at your place is kind of morning right now, right? Oh,
11 a.m.
yeah, yeah. So thank you, thank you. Anyway, our viewers would like to know who you are. So please feel free. It's Honest and Raw. Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Celine. I was born in the Ivory Coast. I have two girls, 37 years old, 38 years old, and 27 years old. I am married. I have a dog. Where is Coco? Coco is here. And I was born in the Ivory Coast. I moved in the US here more than 30 years ago. I
Mhm.
was trained as an engineer. I have worked I started my professional career uh, as a telecom engineer, working for telecommunication companies. And
Mhm.
then I drifted into strategy and product marketing. And then I went into healthcare IT. And the last 6 years, I have created my own corporate well-being company
Mhm.
where I am bringing well-being to professionals in the corporate world, and I am talking to my customers to ensure that well-being is part of the strategic initiatives of corporations. So,
Wow. Wow. Well-being. Yeah, well-being nowadays is a kind of a trend. It's becoming a trend. It's
uh,
becoming.
unfortunately, yes, it's becoming a trend, and the biggest challenge is that we have thrown a whole bunch of things in there. And in the
Mhm.
conversation that I want to have with you, I
Mhm.
want to talk about well-being based on the principle of lifestyle medicine, and we'll talk about that. Lifestyle medicine is one of the gem in
Mhm.
medicine. It is evidence-based and it is scientifically proven, because I am an engineer. I like science. I like things that are based on that are serious, and I
Yeah.
don't want to go into, oh, I breathe air and I lost weight, or you know what I mean. So I like to be serious.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, what you were just talking about, yeah, I bring air and I lost weight. Yeah, it's happening a lot. Yeah, nowadays because it's kind of like magic. We think that is magic. It's happening with magic, but seeing your videos, seeing what you are doing, it takes much more than that.
Yes, it is our lifestyle. So let me talk a little bit about weight.
Mhm.
Did you sleep and wake up and suddenly you've gained the weight? No. It takes years. It's piling up. It's there. It's coming. And we start buying new clothes. And the elastic in clothes actually is not helping us very much. And then we're like, ooh, we have to get rid of that weight. And we want to lose it in, oh, 1 month, 1 week, because I have a wedding to go to. No. Anybody who is talking to you about weight loss and say, oh, you can get result in 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, look at the person, go get some Nikes and run away.
Hmm.
Weight that you lose that fast, yes, you can do that. Get a doctor to pump some chemo in you, you're going to lose that weight. This
Mhm.
is not how you want to lose the weight. You want to have a weight loss program that is part of your lifestyle, and that goes slowly but surely, but never comes back.
Yeah.
And we will talk more about that as we get deep in the conversation.
Wow. Wow. It's becoming interesting already. First of all, what is nutrition? First of all, the definition of nutrition.
Nutrition, I am going to expand it a little bit.
Yeah.
Nutrition is one of the pillar of your lifestyle, and will dig into nutrition later. So, what is your lifestyle? I mentioned earlier lifestyle medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Lifestyle medicine says that our chronic diseases, and let's name them: diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
high blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
high cholesterol, certain cardiovascular diseases,
Mm-hmm.
even certain form of cancer, some kidney problems, obesity. Those chronic diseases are the results of your lifestyle. And by the way, when I say diabetes, I said I'm talking about type 2
Yeah.
diabetes. And they say that if you manage that lifestyle in partnership with your medical doctor,
Yeah.
you are going to prevent and or reverse those chronic diseases. So
Mm-hmm.
what is the lifestyle? First pillar, what you put in your mouth
Mm-hmm.
in terms of food,
Yeah.
alcohol, drug, tobacco, water, even gossip. We'll talk about that later. What you put in your mind in terms of your connection to the divine,
Mm-hmm.
your mindset, what you do with your body in
Mm-hmm.
terms of exercising, sleeping, access to vitamin D. We'll talk about
Mm.
vitamin D. We don't do enough vitamin D. What your life purpose? Do you know why you are on this earth? If you are doing that, you are less stressed and you are happier.
Mm-hmm.
Your connection, connection to yourself. We call that self compassion,
Yeah.
and connection to the rest of the people. It is your relationship to the community, your family, your husband, your friend, the people at work, and then the environment you live in. If you live in an environment that is polluted,
Yeah.
air pollution, noise pollution, chemical pollution, or if you live in a place where you have access to nature, water, green, mountains, and you go and you enjoy nature,
Mm-hmm.
all those six pillars, when you manage all of them slowly,
Yeah.
diligently, you prevent and or reverse chronic diseases.
Wow.
So, what is nutrition? So when we say nutrition, we talk about what goes into your mouth
Mm-hmm.
in terms of food, what you drink, alcohol, drugs,
Mm-hmm.
tobacco, all of that. And those are all the things that goes into your mouth. And nutrition are what goes in your mouth that contribute to your health.
Mm.
Voila. So every as we talk, and I'm going to give the following gem.
Yeah.
Remember, when you anything you're going to put in your mouth from now on, ask yourself the following question: is that thing that I am putting in my mouth that I am loving, is
Yeah.
that thing loving me back?
Wow.
So when it comes to food, when you go and you take the fried food out there, yes, we love it. I love aloko. I used to. Now I do something else. But is this aloko loving you back? I don't think so. We'll talk more about it.
Wow. This is an eye opening. It's an eye opening, really. But you know what really make me sometimes think about nutrition and the practice is that the way we conceive nutrition is different in different continents and different cultures. Why is that so different?
So the number one, nutrition is based on food.
Mhm.
Okay, and we don't have the same food everywhere.
Mhm.
So, for example, I love we call it chongon in the Ivory Coast. It's
Mhm.
called boy, I have a blank in here.
It's okay, don't worry.
Tiger nut, but they don't grow tiger nut in Seattle. So the
Mhm.
people in Seattle are not going to eat tiger nut. They grow broccoli here. They don't
Yeah.
grow broccoli in the Ivory Coast.
Mhm.
The broccoli is basically green, comes with a whole bunch of fiber, plenty of vitamins, and great. But does it mean that I have to eat broccoli when I am in Abidjan? No. We have other food that is in there that are as good and if not better than broccoli. So
Mhm.
God, in His infinite
Yeah.
generosity and wisdom, gave us the food everywhere. And
Mhm.
it, we eat the food that is local to where we are, and
Yeah.
usually it's healthier and it is tastier. So we, we have five different fingers, five lengths. And the variety of food everywhere is
Yeah.
wonderful in such a way that when we are curious and we travel, we can experience different kind of food. Imagine all of us are eating the same thing worldwide. It will be kind of boring, isn't it? However, so let me now dwell into it.
Yeah.
When you're talking about food,
Mhm.
okay, you have two groups of food. You
Okay.
have the animal-based food, your beef, your cow, your eggs, your chicken, your fish, your that. And you have plant-based food.
Mhm.
I will be talking about the plant-based food
Yeah.
because the program I teach, I coach is based mainly on a plant based rich. Remember, I said rich
Mhm.
food.
Mhm.
Okay? So when you take the food, five groups.
Mhm.
Okay. Group number one are your vegetables.
Yeah.
Your vegetables include your green vegetables, your dark green leafy vegetables. It include like kale,
Yeah.
spinach,
Mhm.
collard green.
Mhm.
Also includes carrots, potatoes, and all. So this is one group.
Yeah.
Then your second groups are your grain, include your rice,
Okay.
your corn. The third group are your legumes, beans, lentils, soybeans.
Mhm.
In Benin, you guys are fortunate. You eat that a lot. It's not a natural part of
Yeah.
your nutrition, which is great, by the way.
Yeah.
But in the Ivory Coast, it's not. At least from the Akan people, legumes were not part of what we were doing. So it was boarding school, and when the guy was doing, it was nothing. I learned to eat legumes when I moved in the US. Anyway, so
Wow.
one vegetables, two grains, three legumes, and the fourth one are your starches.
Mhm.
Yeah, which includes your root food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, boy, I'm confused today.
Don't
Your
worry. We are
your
honest.
fruits,
Yeah.
your fruits, which are your banana,
Yeah.
your mangoes. I have a mango looking at me here. Voila. So summary, and the fifth group are your nuts and seeds.
Mhm.
So I'm going to summarize.
Yeah.
When we're talking about food, you have the animal-based food,
Mhm.
cow, beef, chicken, fish, eggs, all of them,
Yeah.
and plant-based food. The plant-based food, you can divide them in five groups. Group one, your vegetables. In the vegetables, you have your dark green leafy vegetables, you have your
Yeah.
carrots, then you have your roots vegetables also.
Yeah.
Potatoes and vegetables.
Mhm.
So one, vegetables, two, grains, three, legumes, four, fruits, and five, nuts and seeds.
Okay.
So you need to eat every single day of every single group because every single food has its specialty. The
Wow.
more colors in your plate, the healthier you become.
Mm.
Yeah. So, tip number two, if you are going to eat and be healthy,
Yeah.
you may want to decrease the amount of animal protein or
Mhm.
animal food that you're having, okay? And
Yeah.
increase all the plant based food.
Okay.
3, understand that the plant-based food, you have 80,000 different edible food plant out there. You divide them in 5, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure that every single day you have a bit of every single group, and look for colors. The more colorful your plate, the better it is.
Wow.
And one of the most important tip, whatever you do, make it tasty, delicious, yummy. And in my program, I teach people how to make them delicious, yummy. Because if it is not delicious and yummy, you are not going to continue. I'll give you an example here.
I was right coming there.
I'll give you an example. There was a gentleman, one of the big brain in nutrition in the Ivory Coast. He happened to have diabetes
Mm-hmm.
and was not following whatever diet they gave him.
Yeah.
And I look at him and I'm like, Professor, why aren't you following what they're doing for you?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me, he's like, just like a little boy. He's like, Mrs. Brozovic, c'est pas doux. It's not tasty. Here is somebody who is one of the summity of nutrition, who clearly understand that what he's putting in his mouth is going to make that diabetes go bad or heal.
Yeah.
However, he didn't follow the diet that they gave him because it was not tasty.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, give me one example of the thing that she does. She's like, yeah, she takes those beans, those the green beans in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, we're going to do something. So I call his wife, and I'm like, number one,
Yeah.
green beans, you find them in the marketplace. Why are you eating canned? Why are you giving him canned green beans?
Yeah.
2, does he like pepper? It's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So you are going to take a little bit of pepper,
Mm-hmm.
plenty of garlic,
Mm-hmm.
onion, some parsley, toss that whole thing, and ask him if it's good enough. And oh, by the way, add a few drops of lemon juice or something and give it to him and call me.
Mm-hmm.
She said, hey, madame, il a tout mangé. He ate it all. And I'm like, of course he's going to eat it all because it's delicious. That bland thing that you were giving him, even your dog is not going to eat it. So don't give bland food to people, period. We are made for taste and pleasure. So
Yes.
food that you're going to eat has to be delicious. And delicious doesn't mean loaded with salt or loaded with oil or loaded with sugar.
Sugar.
No, no. You have so many things you can do for your food to be delicious. Anyway,
Wow. Wow.
so because we are educating people, let me summarize a little tiny bit. When it comes to lifestyle, what you choose to put in your mouth, what you choose to put in your brain,
Mm-hmm.
what you do with your body, your relationship with yourself and with others, your life purpose, your connection to the others, and the environment where you live. All of that are your lifestyle and contribute to your health. And oh, by the way, all of them contribute to your nutrition. Let me share the following.
Yeah.
If you have a bad night's sleep,
Mm-hmm.
when you get up, you're like, no, you're not thinking. So you basically gobble up everything.
Yeah.
Aha. We see that your sleep is impacting your nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
If you have exercise, you see that you're hungry. So you want to eat
Yeah.
more of good stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
you see the relationship between your exercise and your food. And when you fight with your husband and you go with that, and
It's amazing.
it's like, oh, I'll go to confession, but Jesus, but you see, this is stress. What do you do when you are stressed?
Yeah.
Most of the time, we go and we eat. So you understand that when you want to manage your nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot take it in a vacuum.
No.
You have to look at all the aspects of your lifestyle because they contribute to the choices that you're going to make, and
Yeah.
each one of them are intertwined. I will
Yeah.
send you a small video. It's a 30-second video
All
that
right.
shows how all the different pieces are intertwined. So when one is broken,
Yeah.
nothing is working.
Wow. Interesting.
So this is one. So your lifestyle, it's every aspect. So when you're focusing on nutrition, don't go, "Oh, no, 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 no." Realize, relax that every aspect of your lifestyle impact, they're all connected. Two, when it comes to eating, to be healthy, okay, and fight those chronic diseases, you want to have a whole food, plant rich nutrition. Remember, I
Mhm.
said plant rich because I am not here to tell people become a vegan, whatever it is.
Yeah.
This is not, and I'll talk about that. This is not what I do. I want you to be healthy. I
Yeah.
do my program for health.
Yeah.
And those plant based food goes in five groups:
Mhm.
legumes, fruits, vegetables, grain, and nuts and seeds. Eat a little bit of each one every day
Yeah.
and go for colors. Every single color of food has its specialty. Do you know, for example, and I'll just give you two examples, that
Yeah.
the white in garlic, the white food, they're very good for cancer. The cancer fighting.
Wow.
Okay, and you take the blueberries, those blueberries
Yeah.
loaded with antioxidant, so they're good for the brain, they're good for the heart. Wow. So does it mean that I am going to gobble up a whole bunch of garlic all the time? I am
No.
missing out on everything because every single food has its specialty.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll share that one a little bit. When I started this, and I'll tell you why, I was looking at the grains. It was fantastic. Every single grain has a specialty. For
Mhm.
example, if you take something like amaranth, they are
Yeah.
the king in manganese. You
Yeah.
take something in which one is a king? One is a king in the fiber. Another one is a king on zinc. Each one of them has a specialty.
Mhm.
Meaning, you want to eat a variety, diversity of them so that you take full blown advantage of the specialty of each one of the food.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
going to
But when we're talking about variety, so it means that you can just wake up in the morning, mix a bowl of salad and eat it the whole day.
it's up to you. So that bowl of salad, but number one, it could be a little bit boring, isn't it? So if you're going to have a salad, okay, let's stay with the salad. So you have dark green vegetables where you have some kale, you have some
Mhm.
spinach. So
Yeah.
now you're going to put some tomatoes, potatoes in there. Now you
Yeah.
can put some fruit in there. Now,
Okay.
if you want to have the nuts and seed, you can take a little bit of almond nuts and you spread it in there.
Mm.
And when I finish, remind me to talk about the nut and seed. And
Okay.
then, if you want to get a little bit of grain, take a little bit of quinoa, spread it in there. Here, you
Mhm.
have a complete meal. But it's
Okay.
boring, so you want to be creative in how you do that.
Mhm.
But if all you want to do is you want to gobble up salad all day long, you're not going to do that for a long time. Who, tell me, who is going to eat salad every single day for 30 days, 60 days, 5 years? Remember, when I started the way I started,
Yeah.
this is how we eat in this house with my husband. It's been 5 years. But we eat a diversity of food. We have
Mhm.
salad, we have soup, we have big thing, we have this, we have that. We make it fun, we make it tasty. So,
Wow.
I said I was going to say something on nut and seeds.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. If after all of those things that I have said,
Mhm.
okay, you want to remember three things, this is one of the things to remember: nuts and seeds. Nuts, they are your cashews, your almond nuts, your sunflower seed, your
Mhm.
flaxseed, and all. They are great, wonderful for your health. However, ladies and gentlemen, they are loaded.
Fat.
Yes, they are loaded. From a calorie perspective, they are loaded. So we recommend that you don't go for more than one handful of nut
Okay.
and seed per day because they are loaded in calories. When you go on the whole food plant-based nutrition, you don't count your calories because
Yeah.
you know your food. You know which one are loaded with calories and which one are not, and you know which one are potent. We call
Yeah.
them voilà. So one cashew is roughly 10 calories.
Wow.
So if you were doing what I was doing, where I was gobbling up the cashews by the handful, and yeah, everything was going by the handful. By, yeah, everything was going. So eat them, but I don't like the term moderation. One handful per day is more than enough.
All right.
Voilà. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Let us talk about sugar addiction.
Sweet, sweet, Pantadia. Don't we love sweet? We all love sweets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kicks in. You are very happy. You have all your. I don't know if sugar has a happiness inside, but you can get addicted. How
Yes.
can you get sugar addiction and how to get out of it?
Okay, we are all born with sugar. We are all addicted to sugar. Those things on our tongue for some reason, we love sugar, and the sugar addiction is coming. But naturally, we love it.
Yeah.
Two, when you go in the supermarket, 84% of the food in the supermarket that they put in the package and stuff like that
Yeah.
have sugar in it. Everything is loaded with sugar. So, and sugar is such that the more you eat, the more you want it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you understand that, to say, it's going to be an uphill battle, but you can win. How you win it, you have to be aware. Where is the sugar in what I eat? So you understand that the thing that you buy in the supermarket, they are loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
Where in 1 hour I educate you on how to recognize it, and I also educate you on how to replace sugar. You can
Mm-hmm.
replace sugar with your fruit and with some. You have some other natural ways of replacing sugar, and I have a wonderful 1 hour program
Okay.
that I offer to help people. When you are done with that 1 hour program,
Yeah.
you can make your own sugar,
Yeah.
your own sweetener, all 100% plant based. You can make your own jam. So in the US here, I teach them how to make raspberry jam, and they eat it. Oh, you must have seen the picture of that on the
I
Instagram.
saw it.
Well, like, this was done. I did a program for Microsoft, and the lady said, "Celine," and you can make your own chocolate spread. Who doesn't like Nutella? So
Ooh.
from that chocolate spread, I teach you how you can go and make a Nutella-like things, all 100% plant-based, no sugar. And you can make your own cinnamon swirl. And
Oh my
all
God.
that,
But you have to be a cooking genius when you have to do all.
no, actually, this is the point. To eat healthy, you do not have to be a cooking genius. You need some of the small trick basic. So I didn't know that I didn't need white sugar to cook. But as soon as I learn what to replace it with, I am done. That's
Yeah.
it. And and people listening to me.
Wow. Wow.
One, for you to eat healthy, you don't have to be a cooking genius. You don't have to spend a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about spending a fortune, people think that when you start eating plant-based, you have to eat organic all the time. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no, you do not have to eat organic all the time. If you can afford it, more power to you. If you cannot, I recommend there is an organization that gets out the Dirty Dozen every year. They look at the food, the one that are loaded with pesticide, and they
Mhm.
suggest that you eat that organic. This is what I follow. If it's not part of the Dirty Dozen, I
Yeah.
just buy it and I eat it.
Okay.
So you do not have to be rich to eat healthy. You do
Mhm.
not have to be a cordon bleu to eat healthy. You just
Wow.
you just have to want the motivation. And oh, by the way, um, I have been teaching that program for 5 years, and I teach at the hospital, the employees of the hospital, the complete health improvement program, a
Mhm.
beautiful program, and I do that with one of the doctor there, and I was kind of trying to figure out why is it that people who are extremely smart and
Mhm.
even wealthy,
Mhm.
why is it that they cannot do it? And I observe a little bit and I'm like, oh, I realize it. A few things happen. Either people are just focusing on the food,
Yeah.
not understanding that it is more than the food,
Yeah.
and people don't have a plan. When I was
Mm.
working, I specialize in something called people change management.
Yeah.
Change is there is a process for change. You don't get up today and say, I am changing and you change. No,
Yeah.
there is a process.
Yeah.
And I'll highlight a little bit the steps for change.
Yeah.
The one that I specialize in is called AdCar by ProSci
Mhm.
organization. A is for awareness. You have to know that you need to change.
Yeah.
For some people, it's like, oh, I have high blood pressure, I have cholesterol, or I have gained weight. You have to be aware that
Yeah.
you have to change. Then D stand for desire. You need to have the desire. You need to find the motivation. In my program, I call it the burning yes. When
Mhm.
when I'm working with my customers, I'm like, okay, the first day they come, they're like, oh yeah, grocery shopping. I'm like, I don't need grocery shopping. Let's
Yeah.
work on your burning yes. If you do not have a reason, a deep reason why you
Yeah.
want to change your lifestyle, you are not going to do it. It's just going to
Mhm.
be another phase in your life. So find yourself a coach, a motivator, whoever you want to work with, I don't care, but
Yeah.
who is going to help you. Take the time for you to get to your burning yes. When my customers get to that burning yes, I know they're going to be successful.
The right
The
time.
one who plays with it, yeah, you're born, I need to lose weight. And I'm like, no, it is not easy because it's like an onion. You have
Yeah.
to peel it, and then you get, I don't even like to say that because I love artichokes. It's like an artichokes. You
Yeah.
have to remove, and then you get to the heart of the
Yeah.
artichoke, le cœur d'artichaut. Like I'm already seeing a salad here with some artichokes in there. Once you find that, why, that burning yes. And even Stephen Covey, for you guys who are in the business world,
Yeah.
Stephen Covey says, for you to be able to say no, you have to have inside of you a burning yes.
Yeah.
Find that burning yes.
Mm.
If you cannot do it alone, find a coach. One of the things I do when I'm working with my groups, my customers, we go and we find that burning yes. It's we do motivational interview, whatever. Then
Yeah.
knowledge. Educate yourself. The challenge is most of the big companies out there, they stop at knowledge. They give
Yeah.
plenty of videos. You have 1.3 trillion free vegan recipes online. Yet America is one of the fattest countries in on the face of the universe. So it's
Wow.
not the knowledge. If I give you a book on swimming, you can read that book in French, English, French, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Will you know how to swim?
No.
No, you won't know how to swim. You have
Practice.
to go to the next level, ability. You have to develop the ability, and this is what make my program unique
Yeah.
because I work with people to give them the capabilities,
Yes.
make it happen, to create the foundation from which they can start making different things. And then for change, the last one is R, reward and reinforcement. You have to reward yourself. Find what you're going to do to reward yourself. For me, it was going in my closet to say, oh, this one fit, this one fit, this one fit, because I have different sizes of clothes in my closet because I was gaining weight. And I'm sure 80% of the women out there,
Oh yes.
I
Yes.
want somebody to tell me that you don't have at least three sizes of clothes.
That hoping to get in one day.
And actually, the crazy thing that we do sometimes is like, you find that outfit. Oh, it's like, oh, my name is written on it. And it's small. Yeah, I'll get into it. Do you have outfit in your closet with the tag still hanging on? You don't have to. You don't have to. So this was my motivation, my reward. I
Yeah,
could reward myself.
yeah,
The reward of one of my friend is like, Celine, this is what I am going to do to reward myself. Every month, I am going to challenge my wife to a hike.
oh wow.
Voila. So they go to a more difficult hike a week, a month after month,
Yeah,
because he loved hiking and he stopped hiking because he's gained so much weight. And he was sick, he has whatever it is. But when he started the program, he's like, okay, we're going to do the hill in the neighborhood, and then we're going to go hiking a little bit more difficult.
yeah,
This was
yeah,
his reward.
yeah.
What is your reward? If it's a woman in here, don't even bother. I know it's closed. So, so you can reward yourself with clothes. But the beauty is you don't even have to spend money on it at the beginning. All of
No.
those old clothes, you go in there, and boy, Alex, it's a wonderful feeling. I'm like, I go to my husband and I'm like, John, look.
You know that we all have different rewards, but it comes to the same point. That's the joy of achievement
Yeah,
that you are able to get where you want to go. But there is also something that is true, that there is a lot of, you can find multiple videos online, but are all those teachings or videos trustworthy? Because some are basically telling you to become a vegan. Uh, some are
So,
telling you not to eat protein at all, not to eat meat anymore. But in case you are a meat eater, how can you, yeah, how
okay,
can you really
okay,
make use of that information, those informations out there?
okay. So this is very good. This is a very, very good question. Everybody and their brother has become an expert
Yeah,
in coaching. They do that. And
yeah,
you have I have seen and heard some very strange thing in there.
hmm,
So you have plenty of school of thoughts.
yeah,
It's like religion.
hmm,
When you look at religion, you have the Muslim, you have the Judaism, Christianity, and all. Pick one. And let's say you have picked to be a Christian.
hmm,
And in the Christian, you have plenty. You have the Catholic, the Protestant, the this, the that. Pick one.
hmm,
And in the one that you pick, so for example, if you've decided to become Catholic, even
yeah,
in the Catholic, you have the Roman Rite, you have the Eastern Rite. Pick one
hmm,
and then stick with it. Learn as much as you can from that and grow within it. Yo-yoing. Today I am going to be plant-based. Tomorrow I'm going to be meat eater. After that, it doesn't work. Then you get tired, you get frustrated, and you create more
yes,
problems for yourself. So
yes,
the one that I would like to recommend to everybody is learn about lifestyle medicine. Why do I look at you straight in the eyes to recommend that? It's because it's based on serious science.
hmm,
Medical doctors are using it. I am going to give you a few examples, concrete examples.
yeah,
A couple of years ago, Bill Clinton had a stint put in his heart because he was eating a whole bunch of junk.
wow,
Okay? And then they put, I think, a second stint, because when they put that stint into your heart, yes, it'll open the arteries, but
yeah,
they don't tell you that if you continue that crazy lifestyle, it's going
yeah,
to clog back again.
yeah,
Then at the third time, he's like, no, I need to find an answer, something that is sustainable for the long term. So
yes,
he called two of the best experts, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. So I'll send you the name so you send it to them.
yeah,
Dr. Esselstyn is the only person who has demonstrated that you can reopen arteries by changing your lifestyle. and the food is a big part of it. Yes, and Dr. Dean Ornish. Those people have written books. They have done plenty of program to show that you can reopen those clogged arteries. So the science is behind. And the science behind lifestyle medicine is like a long time ago. Dr. put it in years ago. And also common sense. Look at the following. Looking at in Africa, and I'm going to give my own personal example.
Yeah.
My mother was married to my father was vice president, so she has access to the oil. Then my sisters became comfortable, access to oil, meat, cube magie, yogurt, cheese in Abidjan.
Yeah.
She developed and she was on medication for 41 years.
Wow.
She died. Her sister, who didn't have anything, who was in the village, who was eating, the roots, mainly plant-based.
Yeah.
Even though she had some fish in there, but the little fish that we put in there, small tiny fish, is just to give a flavor. She didn't eat big fishes, plenty of meat, and this. But to tell you that it's not a vegan program.
Yeah.
She passed not too long ago. But she survived my mother, and she was in good health. She went to sleep, she died. That's it. She was in good health until the day before her death. She was cooking for herself.
Yeah.
Voila. So come back again to all of those gazillions of videos. It's just like a religion. Find your religion. I am strongly suggesting that you look into lifestyle medicine and a whole food and based nutrition.
Yeah.
Another reason, the hospital where I teach, if you go in today and you have a heart problem, they'll treat you. But as part of your rehab, guess what they do? They enroll you into the complete health improvement program.
Yes.
This is a 2.3 billion system. Do you think they're going to suggest and recommend something that there is no science behind and there is no results?
Yeah.
They're suing them left and right. So if that hospital is doing it, it means you can do that for yourself. You do not have to wait for that heart attack to get started. Okay? That answer your question?
Oh,
And
yes, that
when
answered
people come with a whole bunch of claims, study, always say, who is paying for the study?
Yeah.
Because depending on who is paying for the study, the results are different. When the eggs, people are paying for the study, they'll tell you that the egg is the best thing that you should have.
Yeah.
And also, when somebody is telling you that there is a magic food right there, you know it's nonsense. If there were a magic food, a magic ingredient, that person will have been a multi-zillionaire. It doesn't exist. And God does not make mistakes. All of those 80,000 edible foods that are out there, each one of them has its specialty. Eat a variety of food. When it comes to animal product, you may want to reduce it. To reduce it as much as you can reduce it. Let me give you an example of reducing. You were eating that much of fish.
Yeah.
Okay. If you do now that much of fish, you're still having your fish. Your body is going to thank you and you're going to feel the result. And when you have reduced it that way, increase everything that is plant-based and whole food plant-based. Let me pause here and explain something here. One of the questions people will ask is, oh, is it a vegan program?
Yeah.
And I'm looking straight at the camera and say, what we teach in the lifestyle medicine when it comes to whole food, plant-based nutrition is not a vegan program.
Okay.
Veganism is a movement. It's people who are passionate about the environment. They're passionate about climate, passionate about animals and all. So they go with that. So somebody who is vegan, okay, can eat an Oreo cookie. Do you have Oreo cookies in?
Yeah, yeah,
Très
yeah.
bien.
We
The
have it.
Oreo cookies is a black and white cookie, and there's something white in the middle in there.
Yeah, Oreo.
Oreo, voilà. There is no animal product in it. A vegan will eat it. Somebody who is doing a whole food plant-based nutrition won't touch that Oreo because there is no nutrition in it. It's all
Oh,
processed food. Of course, it's all processed food.
Jesus.
It is bad. Attends, what kind of nutrition you have in there on that Oreo cookies? It's all processed. So let's talk about processing. It's a good segue. You said that I was talking about plant, and I said whole food,
Yeah,
as close to whole as possible. Let me tell you what processing does to food. I'm going to take wheat.
yeah.
Wheat is a wonderful food. The whole wheat. It
Mm-hmm.
has plenty of things in there.
Mm-hmm.
But when they turn that into that white flour,
Yes.
you go and you consume wheat. When you see the wheat kernel, it's golden.
Yeah.
But how did it get from that golden thing to white?
Yeah.
Processing. In that processing, here is what they have done. They have removed almost 80% of the B vitamins.
Oh my God.
They have removed 84% of the iron. They have removed 50% of the calcium. They have removed 71% of the zinc. They have removed 72% of the manganese and 90% of the fiber. No wonder you're constipated when you're eating that white flour. That white flour is no longer food. It should be treated as Play-Doh and give it to your children to play with.
So it's what we have been eating. Yeah.
Yes. So
Wow.
whole food, plant-based. So you want to eat your food
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
close to its natural state as
Yeah.
possible.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. No wonder we actually planned a part two for this because this is a lot of information to take in, and it's a game changer. It's a game changer. And we really need this right before Christmas because Christmas is the time that we eat a lot of junk things.
And you do not have to. So let me share my story before we close here.
Yeah.
I told you I was working in corporate.
Yes. Our
So
connection.
when I travel, how is the connection?
Good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little bit flaky on my side here.
Yeah.
Uh, so I had a company credit card, and I am ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I was working and working and working because I wanted to climb the corporate ladder. And as I was doing that, I will gain weight and I'll put myself on the diet, shrink, and go back to the nasty thing again and just balloon. So you reach a point where I collapse.
Wow.
Massive burnout, massive burnout. I couldn't work anymore. I spent the time in bed between my bedroom, the kitchen. I was useless. I gained weight. I went for size from size 6'8" to size 16, 18. I developed high blood pressure, high cholesterol, acid reflux to a point where they wanted to operate on me. I was
Wow.
a mess. I was a mess. So when I went, I knew I had to do something. I couldn't go. I even became suicidal to get everything out there. I was a real mess. Lucky for me, I believe in God because I believe that that day, God and His Holy Spirit saved me and brought my sister as an angel to be there for me.
Oh
We can talk
my
about it
God.
another time. So when I went to the doctor and looked at the blood pressure, wanted to put me on medication, I look at him and I'm like, no, this medication, you gave it to my mom, and my mom
Mm-hmm.
had a stroke. We have to find another answer.
Yeah.
And I start researching, and I will say, by the grace of God, I found lifestyle medicine. The
Wow.
more I read it, the more it made sense. So I will research, and then I applied it. Everything I am saying here, I applied it. I lost the weight. My blood pressure, actually, I just took it this morning. It was 117 over 74
Yeah.
because you have to take it regularly.
Yeah.
And in there, I lost the weight. I lost blood pressure gone, cholesterol gone. My health is back. I'm loaded with energy. That's the reason why I decided to do that business, to go talk to people. And oh, by the way,
Oh,
I don't eat extraordinary food. No. I know now that, I am not eating white flour.
mhm.
No. I have a Vitamix. If I want flour, I get the wheat and I do it myself.
Yeah.
Right there. I eat everything as close to natural as possible. For example, I don't eat fried food because you do not want to eat oil.
Yeah.
Oil is too much calorie in there, doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
So I want to eat that aloko. I am from the Ivory Coast. We
Yeah.
love aloko. I just take a banana, a plantain, and I stick it in the oven.
Yeah.
I get my plantain fix without the oil.
Wow.
Small little tiny things like that. And we have made it a lifestyle. And also, by the way, for the men listening,
Yeah.
you may want to support your wife
Oh, yes.
because this lifestyle is what they use to help men who are suffering from erectile dysfunction.
Hmm.
We'll talk about that another time. So help
Yes. Oh,
men
yes.
because it will make you become more potent. And for the women who are looking, who wants to have children and stuff, and they're having problem, usually our hormones are out of whack.
Yeah.
Start cleaning up the food that you eat. Why are you taking the cow hormone into your system? Why are you bringing the eggs hormone into your system? Clean all of those things. Eat natural food, exercise, sleep, forgive everybody, and you're going to see the results.
Wow.
They use that lifestyle to heal women who are having problem conceiving.
Yeah.
They use it for men who are having erectile dysfunction, lifestyle induced erectile dysfunction.
Yes.
Voilà. So for everybody out there, the last tip: if you do not have a blood pressure machine, go get one.
Mm-hmm.
If everything I've said in here, it's like, oh yeah, please, I don't care what school of thought you want to believe and stuff like that, go get a high blood pressure monitor and take your blood pressure at least once a month,
Mm-hmm.
if not every week.
Yeah.
We call it the silent killer because it doesn't come and disturb you. No,
Yeah.
catch it at the beginning, it's okay. So please, please, for your children, for your wife, for your husband, for your mommy, for the people you love out there, nobody should be dying of high blood pressure because we can do something about it. Go get your high blood pressure monitor and take it. And everybody, get in the habit of doing a year checkup. Every year, go for your checkup. They check the blood, they check the breast, they check the prostate, they check the different things
Yeah.
so that you know you have a baseline and you stay healthy. You have one health. Take
Wow.
anyway.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Celine. Anyway, today we have a lot of information, but we are coming for a part two. Next Saturday, at the same time at 7 o'clock, we are back and we'll get into deep, deep, deep revelations. We are going to talk about men, we are going to talk about women, we are going to talk about the deep values of nutrition and wellness because we need it to be a stable human being. We need it. And also, it's also good as we are healthy, our environment, people around us, our family and friends are also healthy. So thank you so much,
You are
Celine,
very
for your time and for sharing your experience with us. Anyway, your personal experience next week, we are going to dig deep into it and have more details. So,
okay.
honest raw watchers, viewers, Thank you for watching. We love you. We love you. We love you. And if you miss any information, please go back and watch again. If you want to contact Celine, please let us know and we will direct you to her. She's available and she's lovely. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
watching and see you next Saturday.
Bye.